Okay, a geometric series is the sum of the terms of a geometric sequence, just like a arithmetic series was the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. Basically, it's the same idea. If you have a geometric sequence, you can add up all of the terms. And at first, we are going to start off with partial sums, which is for finite series. Okay, it's got to stop somewhere. And there's two different formulas based on what you're given. Of course, one is better than the other. If you're just given the starting point, a sub 1, and how many terms, you're going to want to use the first option here. Of course, the common ratio cannot be 1. Uh, with that, sometimes you have to figure out what the common ratio is, sometimes you don't. Now, if you know what the first and the last term are, you can use the second option there. So it's always going to depend on what your starting information is. Now, example 4, we're going to refer to example 1. We'll use the one from the book where they had the formula a sub n equals 5 times 5 to the n minus 1, right? So they had a slightly different version than ours. We're going to use theirs so this video matches. If the pattern continues, what's the total number of emails sent in the 8 rounds? So here's the idea. 5 emails sent in the first round, plus 25 emails sent in the second round, plus 125 emails sent in the third round, plus 625 emails sent in the fourth round. On and on and on. 3 dots for an ellipse. Until we get to the 360,000, was it 925? Was that the number? I think that was the number. I don't know. We'll jump back up to that here in a second. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was. 390, 625. So I was close. $390, $625. Okay. So we know here the very first term, and we know the last term we're interested in. We also know the common ratio was 5. With those 3 pieces of information, I can actually use either one of these options. I have the first and last term, so I'm actually going to use option 2 here. So the partial sum of the first 8 terms is going to be the first term, 5, minus the last term, which is 390, 625, times the common ratio of 5, all over 1 minus 5. All right. Now, at first, you might be kind of worried and think, well, it's going to be a very small number because I'm subtracting away the 390,000. But remember, 1 minus 5, we're going to end up dividing by a negative, so the negatives are going to cancel out and bring us back to a positive, which is the kind of thing that we want. So I'm going to type in the whole top of the equation. 390, 625 times 5. So the whole top of this business is negative 1953120, all divided by negative 4. And I get the partial sum is 488,280 emails. So you can see why these kind of email schemes where they say like, oh, you have to send the email out to 10 people. I can get to a lot of people really fast. Yeah, but that's the idea of using the partial sum.